What would happen if you woke up tomorrow and the sun simply didn't rise? No dawn, no warmth, just endless night stretching across the world. Imagine the confusion, the fear, and the chaos. But what would really unfold if the sun disappeared for an entire week? The truth is far more extreme and far more terrifying than you might expect. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will change the way you see our world forever. At first, the world would be stunned. News stations would scramble to explain the darkness. Scientists would be baffled. People would rush outside, staring at the sky, waiting for the sunrise that never comes. Social media would explode with theories and panic. But as the hours tick by, the real danger begins to set in. The first day without sunlight feels unsettling but survivable. Streetlights and car headlights become the only sources of light. People go to work or school, trying to keep routines. But soon, a chill fills the air. The Earth's surface begins cooling immediately. Without the sun's energy, the average global temperature drops by several degrees within just 24 hours. Tropical cities shiver as if it's winter. In colder regions, frost appears on windows, and people start wearing layers indoors. By the second day, the temperature plummets. Most places on Earth dip below freezing. Heaters are turned up everywhere, but power grids struggle to keep up with the demand. Blackouts begin in cities as the energy supply falters. People gather in groups trying to stay warm. Outside, animals become restless. Birds stop singing. Pets act anxious. Plants, deprived of sunlight, shut down photosynthesis. They stop producing oxygen and food, and their leaves droop. On the third day, the situation grows dire. The planet's weather systems start to collapse. Without sunlight, winds weaken and jet streams slow. Ocean currents driven by the sun's heat begin to stall. Storms that once moved quickly now linger for days, dumping rain or snow. In some areas, thick fog settles and refuses to lift. In others, the air dries out completely. The world's ecosystems start to unravel.
By day 4, the food chain is breaking. Plants can't survive without sunlight. Crops and fields begin to die. Farmers watch helplessly as their livelihoods wither. Animals that rely on plants for food grow desperate. Insects vanish. Birds disappear. Wild animals wander into cities, searching for scraps. Humans rush to supermarkets, emptying shelves. Panic buying spreads faster than the cold. On the 5th day, the global temperature falls to about -17 degrees, or 1 degrees Fahrenheit. Rivers and lakes freeze. In northern regions, the cold is deadly. Frostbite and hypothermia cases skyrocket. Only the deepest parts of the oceans retain some warmth thanks to heat trapped below. Coastal cities use every resource to keep people alive. But supplies are running out. Hospitals overflow with patients suffering from cold-related illnesses. By day 6, infrastructure collapses. Pipes burst as water freezes. Roads become sheets of ice. Transportation grinds to a halt. Planes are grounded. Trains freeze on their tracks, and cars can't start. Communication networks fail. Governments declare emergencies, but help is hard to organize. People burn furniture for warmth. Communities huddle together in makeshift shelters, hoping for the sun's return. On the 7th day, humanity is on the edge of survival. The world is now as cold as the surface of Mars. Most plants are dead. Animals that haven't migrated or burrowed underground are gone. Only those with supplies, shelter, and luck manage to survive. The night feels endless and hope fades with every passing hour. But then, after a week of darkness, the sun suddenly reappears. The world is blinded by the sudden light. Temperatures rise, but the damage is done. Floods sweep through cities as ice melts rapidly. Landslides follow as frozen ground thaws too quickly. Survivors emerge, blinking in the sunlight, to a world forever changed. The science behind this scenario is clear. The sun isn't just a source of light. It drives every weather pattern, powers the food chain, and keeps our planet alive. Even a single week without sunlight would cause chaos on a scale we can barely imagine. In just 7 days, Earth's surface could cool by over 20 degrees Celsius. Photosynthesis would stop instantly, cutting off the planet's oxygen supply. Most animals and plants would die, collapsing the food web. So, what would happen if the sun disappeared for a week? Our world would face a disaster unlike anything in history. Freezing temperatures, extreme weather, and a collapse of life itself. If this scenario shocked you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves science and extreme what-if questions. And tell us in the comments, what would you do if the sun vanished? How would you survive the endless night? Stay curious, stay prepared, and never take a sunrise for granted.